What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the extended edition action. You know it's extended edition because there's this thing that is, how do I point? Like, over there. There is this thing over there. It's over the other side of the screen. That's why my face has moved. There is the observer function. Oh my god, we're on extended edition. This is, what's the tournament called? I need to check it to remind myself. It's called Eternal Frost. This tournament is called Eternal Frost. $300 one-day tournament, hosted by Meta Plays, contributed to by Yo Soy Flacco, and I'm gonna forget the other player. I'm so sorry. There was two donations. There was two people who donated, and I'm gonna find it. We're gonna find it nonetheless. Guys, help me out here. Just one person in the chat has to help me out. That's all I need. And it was Joey Bads, and Yo Soy Flacco. I'm a bad person. All right, so good. We've got that out of the way. In the bottom of the map, in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Caveman. In the top of the map, in the red color, playing as Uranus. Moving way too fast. His name is Victor. Scroll speed slow. Whoa. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to have the observer functionality anyways. I didn't want it. Okay, so, all right, no worries. That's fine. Let's just live with it. So, a bit of backstory about these players. Victor is one of the kind of new up-and-coming players who's actually really, really scary to play against. He plays incredibly solidly, very, very meticulous build orders and everything. He plays a lot of the different gods at a very, very high level. And he's incredibly high rated on Extended Edition at the moment at about 2,500 rating. Now, anything above about 2,300, you have to ask yourself, what does that really mean? Because there's no decay, and you can just kind of farm 2,200s up to 2,500 because the pool is pretty dead. But that's neither here nor there. He's there, and he is a very, very strong player. He also plays over at Vuvli. Caveman, on the other hand, he's sitting at that 2,100 level, still very, very strong. And I do believe he plays a little bit on Vubli as well. I think I could be wrong about that, but it is tournament time, and we'll see how these guys are going to go. Temple is up for our Poseidon player. 3:45 advance time there for Caveman, and a perfect 3:30 from Victor going through Prometheus. We've got Hermes for the Poseidon. No real surprises where that's concerned. Now, Poseidon versus Uranus is still very, very similar on Extended Edition as it is on Vubli. The big difference is that you get this unit called the Physician out for the Poseidon player. So whenever you get your heroes low enough, you should be bringing them back to get healed back up so you don't have to continue to rebuild them. You should never actually have to rebuild a hero in the early game because the Uranus can't pick them off fast enough. So when you see them about 100 HP remaining, you just pull them away from the fight or even 70 HP remaining, you pull them away from the fight and you get that Physician out to heal them up. It's really, really strong. And then the difference is for the Uranus. Simply put, you get cheaper heroes. So the late game is much, much stronger for the Uranus or the Atlantean on Extended Edition because you get cheaper hero villages. That's the big bonus to cheaper heroes, because then you can heroize your villages on the front and then shoot up palaces, shoot up buildings everywhere really good. We are seeing a town center grab here for Caveman. We've got the Oracle here causing a little bit of problems as the Promethean going to be wandering in here to start attacking the Promethean offspring. We've got the Oracle retreating away by Victor. And the Promethean going to be searching around the map here for something else to take down as the Theseus is here. And yet again, the settlement getting delayed ever so slightly as Victor is going to potentially get in here and deny this, or at least force a ceasefire. Because you get a couple of units in here as well to start hitting these villages. That lone Theseus might not be enough here to do all too much. As we also see the Prometheans now looking for some villages in the base of Caveman, going after this villager here, denying the military academy. Lots going on for Caveman to deal with right now, but the Theseus about to have dealt with this this Terma here, and you'll notice the Terma is not a medium Terma because you do not get free medium Terma, and in that moment we see ceasefire getting cast. That is absolutely huge for Victor. He can kind of, we do see a nice Centaur raid here from Caveman. But what Victor wants to do now, at least I assume what he wants to do, but maybe he's going to do something different, is get a town center up. But he's going to keep pumping units for the time being here. A little bit of a housing crisis, it seems, but he's got that sorted out. And he still hasn't used his Valors, which is a very, very confusing thing. You generally want to get the Valor down early so you get the Hero Citizen, so you gather a little bit more resources a little bit faster, but he doesn't go for it. We're starting to see the walls get thrown up now for Caveman, as he's got his second town center. He's got himself the Aurochs on top of this town center as well. Finishing off the lure here is very, very nice and defensive base. However, his home gold mine is an absolute nightmare, and this is what Victor has correctly identified here. Here's why he's not going for a second town center. He is pumping units, or at least I thought he was. He stopped Mermillo for a while here, but in essence, right now, Victor could go full Uranus mode, Promethean, Mermillo, Terma onto this gold mine. There are no gold mines that are safe for Caveman anyway here, and Victor could take the win that way. But it's seemingly looking like that's not what's happening. And a town center is sure to be up soon here, it seems, as the center does end up getting taken down there. The Katoskopos getting picked off as well. And over here we see the villagers finishing up on that hunt. There's just still a little bit of wolves here, so we should deal with those. Meanwhile, these Hippocon getting thrown away a little bit here as well, as Victor's able to deal with those nice and quickly. The Terma over here about to get taken down, but does end up living. So nice 2 picks there from Victor. And he's still not building out of this military barracks. I would like to know how much food he's got. Maybe he's thinking about getting a heroic age here to push really, really quickly, which could be actually, well, that's got to be what he's doing. There's no other reason to have stopped Mermillo production. Just keep making Terma and go to the heroic age. Maybe. He's got these big raids over here. He does still have the shockwaves, so he can get a lot of good kills. A couple of villager kills, picks here and there, very strong. Meanwhile, we see the units moving through, and Caveman not able to get onto his Aurochs here. He has finished off his walls over here. There are some berry bushes here that are relatively safe. So we see the Terma and Mermillo swinging back around here as Caveman is continuing his walls here. But the Terma say no walls for you. Going to deny that one. The villager retreating back home now, as we see the Victor units coming onto these villages as they are getting pulled off of the wood line here, and not able to pick them off, but a lot of pressure being caused nonetheless. Still don't have those. I'm so confused. We still don't have anything but one barracks worth of, or one counter barracks worth of Terma being made here for Victor. He might be just, oh no, now he started them again. Has he clicked up? I don't know. I wish I knew how many resources he had, but I don't. I can't put my finger on it, but he is now pushing it onto this gold mine, and Caveman's got next to nothing remaining. He's got a couple of units over here. The 2 town center kind of defense here from Caveman. He needs to get watchtowers out. He absolutely needs to. There's these 2 Mermillos just running through the base. We see the Terma coming through here, going to hit this as well. There's a little bit more strife in the base of Caveman. Lots of Terma here, but the Hoplite Hippocon are actually really, really good against this unit composition, so they're actually able to win this one a little bit. There's more units coming forward for Victor, still kind of idly sitting there. And he does have his armory up, so he is 100% looking to get to the heroic age, but he still hasn't clicked it, still waiting on those resources, I would assume. Though it does seem like it's a little bit late here, considering how few units he's produced. We could see a shockwave right now. There's the shockwave as Victor turns around. Going to be dealing with these units nicely here. So Mermillo trying to deal with that Hippocon. Another Hoplite falling. As Theseus moving in onto this position here. Going to get picked off fairly easily by Victor's units, it seems, as Caveman very low on the population here. As the Theseus almost falls. Still no watchtowers up. Seems like a bit of a greedy play from Caveman. He definitely should be getting that as fast as he can, because this is the only gold he has. But the army now pushing in. Victor trying to pull back. Is Hyperion on the way? Still no Hyperion. Did he get a whole bunch of armory upgrades? No. I'm so genuinely confused here. I've got no idea what's going on. Seemingly just Terma spam. Kills off all the units of Caveman. Caveman has to pull off that gold mine. He's going to be very low on gold here. Still making a couple more hoplites in the back. Still eating all the food around the map as well. I don't like these farms here from Victor at all. You don't need to build farms. He's got an Auroch over here. He's got Aurochs over here. You should be continuing to hunt for the entirety of the game if you can hunt. The farms cost money, and they are for later in the game. Resize the game window. Nah, that's fine. We'll just deal with it. Now we do see the villagers coming over here, but already the Oracle is on this location. And I'm sure Victor will probably notice that. No, there he goes. Maybe. Town centers now coming up for Victor. Still, he's got to be at 115 population right now. 3 town centers going down. So the units are going to start moseying over onto this location here. More villagers getting taken out. And Hyperion has been clicked. I do feel like that these town centers are a weird choice to be grabbing at this point, especially 2 of them. If the idea is to get some population and go for a heroic age push, you should go 2 town centers and then palace on the front. But 3 town centers just seems like it might slow down your mythic age too late. And you want to hit mythic age really early here, I would assume. So you do see a huge raid now coming in onto these wood villages. Caveman does spot it, but he gets path blocked beautifully here by the Uranus units, nearly picking up every single one of these villages. What an absolutely insane raid there by Victor. Nearly every single one. 1 villager gets away there. Beautiful, beautiful raid from Victor, and Caveman is hurting. Absolutely hurting here. We see the Oracle getting sniped down from that lone cavalry. More units coming out for Caveman as he's starting to get the population up. We do see these Arctic Wolves coming in to say good day, and there is the heroic age from Victor. He could come over here and bait a chaos onto this position as well, and then have the Greek units attacking the Greek villages if he wanted to, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Do we see a market up anywhere? I don't see an immediate market. There is an immediate palace, though, in the middle of the map, kind of controlling that 3rd town center as well, which very, very good. Now we see Victor moving in, going to try and take down some of these Toxotes, Hoplites, everything else. As there is a Chaos getting cast. Does hit these units at the front though, and not the ones close to the gold mine that I would have liked. But Victor now ready to start make this push happening. He still doesn't have any upgrades on his units, but he doesn't care. And in that moment, Caveman does tap out. GG, Victor gets that win. It is a best of 1, so Victor is going to be going on to round 2. We'll get that game started very shortly. If you're enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.